Hi, and welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, I managed to install the new radiator and the water pump. In this video, I'm going to focusing on replacing the front seal of the camshaft. This is an area commonly known for leaking oil. And I'm going to replace the sealant ring that's inside there. I have seen some videos and it seems to be quite easy if you have the ability to use an impact gun. But since this is a turbo model, I have the whole fuel system in the way for that. So this one is going to be interesting. I hope that you will find it interesting and maybe you can learn how to do this by yourself. So without any more talk, let's get into the video. So I've managed to release the drive gear for the cam belt and it was really stuck in there. I've looked at some other videos of people removing that bolt, but on those cars you don't have this fuel setup on the normal aspirated cars. So in the videos that I looked at, people use the impact driver on the bolt, but that's not achievable here with this setup for the fuel system. So you need to just have some good leverage, a block or a extension for your 19mm key. But anyway, now it's loose and I will start by trying to remove the seal. You can probably see it here. And you can also see how much dirt and oil and much residue there is there. So definitely a good time to replace this seal, I think. I'm quite sure that this will not be super easy to do. I imagine that this seal will probably be stuck there pretty good, but yeah, let's find out. Here you can see that I managed to get the seal out, and it was quite a big job. This is how the old one looks. The rubber is super hard, so can imagine that it won't be a good seal. At first I tried with these tools, you know, the normal sealant remover tools, but I had to break out the big guns for this job. So I really recommend that you have one of these if you're gonna replace this one. Here you can also see the new seal compared to the old. So now it's just gonna find a socket that lines up with the size of the seal and try to install it back again. After a little bit of fiddling, I managed to install the sealant. I didn't have the right seating tool for this, so I just had to work with what I got. Not the best thing to do, so hopefully I haven't damaged the seal, and if I have, we will soon find out. Anyways, now I think I'm gonna try to clean this area. You see there's a lot of dirt around this area. So I will try to clean this up as good as I can and then install the timing belt pulley back. While I was in here cleaning, I decided to remove this short piece of charge pipe to replace the O-ring down on this part, just to be sure that we have a good seal on all the charge pipes all through. I'm gonna replace this as well and also clean. It gives me a little bit more access to the area that I want to clean. So everything down here has been cleaned now. I also took the charge pipe out and cleaned that, as you have seen. So now it's time to put the gear back on, and then I'm gonna put the tensioner roller back on as well, and soon we will have the timing belt back in place. Timing belt tensioner is back in its place. So now everything is prepared for installation of the timing belt. But before we do that, I think we're going to replace the camshaft cover gaskets. And before we do that, we're going to clean the cam cover here so that it looks much nicer. After a bit of cleaning, this camshaft cover looks really good. I've also prepared the surfaces where the gasket's gonna go. There was some gaskets leftovers here, so now this area is really clean, and we're gonna put the new gaskets in. The gaskets are in place, both in the front here and the one in the rear, and also these new ones on the sides. So now it's only for me to take this one and put it on here. Like that. Seems good. So all we have to do now is put the bolts back on and torque all the bolts and specifications. I think it's a good time to replace the thermostat. So you see I have removed the housing. It's this part that's here. Also, as you can see, this needs a bit of cleaning. And here we have the thermostat. So it's just to remove it. This is how it looks. And for you who don't know, the thermostat's job is to keep the coolant running inside the engine before it reaches operating temperature, and then this thermostat will open up like this, and when it does, the coolant starts to flow through the radiator and gets cooled and back into the engine again. So this we will replace because I have a new one. Down here, as you can see, we need to clean it up a bit, but doesn't look too bad. So let's do that. I have now cleaned a little bit inside here. Wasn't that dirty, but just the sides. So it's time to put the new thermostat in, like that, and new gasket, and then this one on top. On this particular model of car and engine, this is super easy to do, and I would recommend you to do this when you do some maintenance on the car. That's going to be a wrap for this video. I hope you find this interesting. It was quite difficult to get that seal out, but now the seal is out, the new one is in, all the seals for the camshaft cover is in. Next step is the timing belt that's gonna go back inside the car, and probably also a good bit of the cooling system and the alternator, and hopefully we will soon be able to start the car again. But if you have made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoy my videos, don't be afraid to subscribe. It also helps me staying motivated in doing these videos for you guys. So with that said, let's see you guys in the next video.